Part two. Part two on this one. 4:30 p.m. is still the 16th of December 2023 at Weaver Genesee, Roseman, California. We're going through the Christmas music on my database. I was talking about the Harry Simeon chorale and Bing Crosby. I went searching on YouTube for one particular soundtrack I didn't have, and I got to find a way to get it taped and keep it because it would make the collection that I have complete. I remember listening to 11 soundtracks, and only 10 digital came out. So I was on the hunt for this one. Sing of a Merry Christmas. I remember listening to that thing all the time. Sometimes as a kid, it would drive me crazy listening to these things over and over again. It would tire me out. As I got older, I was more appreciative of it. I guess right after Ma's death, it was really making it harder and harder for us to celebrate it, but try to make it more poignant. Sometimes I'd find the music and play it. And it would definitely give David and me a little bit of grief on that one because we used to go to church, and at times when we were able to go to Christmas services, and at times Ma would stay home while David and I would go out. Hadn't been to Christmas Eve services in God knows how long. Since we got out here to Roseman, we tried a couple of churches, even a Catholic place doing Mass. And we would listen and we would hear the prayers and hear the stories. It wasn't exactly the church thing we went to, but it was still there. It was something for us to do. Less than more than a week, we've got Christmas coming up. It's the 16th, so we've got about maybe 7, 8 days left. Maybe 8 or 9 days. Over the last few years, I wanted to rush through it, not feel it at all. Because to feel the holiday is also to feel the loss, and the mourning and grieving process kicks in, an emotional roller coaster, and I'd go crazy over this. This is just some of the music I listened to when I was a kid. The hardest thing is not listening to anything or dealing with the Christmas topic at all because it took away the special meaning of the holiday. Even with the family gone, it still means something to me. I kept the decorations up, but I didn't listen to the music all year. I always waited until it gets closer to the holiday before I could try listening to the music because I wanted to get past the pain. I wanted to get past the drama of it all. I wanted to focus on the joy of the meeting and on the holiday and season, and yet it's like the Grinch has moved in. It's like the Grinch moved in and turned the holiday season into something to throw away into a landfill. I could try doing all the external stimulus for it. The music, the food, the drink, the shirt, the wear, the hats. But I'm constantly reminded of why I do my channel in the first place. And you notice that I turned the camera and tilted it. Their main reason is for the mourning and grieving and dealing and surviving, and that's all the thing I've been doing, and not trying to celebrate the holiday season. Because all I kept feeling was the misery of it all. The lights are on. I can try changing the lights to a different color if I need to. Remote control, so I can still remember how to use these damn things. Sorry if you're epileptic. Apologies. But it's important to me that I try to remind myself of something of this holiday season is supposed to mean something. It's supposed to bring out feelings and joy and something that I don't know why sometimes I can't even get into it as much, but I should. Because I kept thinking my family's not here to enjoy the damn thing. Ah, I used the word damn, didn't I? Which means I'm cursing the holiday out. The holiday was never in question. But it's like if I never celebrated a holiday, then everything else related to Christmas wouldn't mean a damn thing to me. And because it does mean something to me, that's why I have the lights. Because they do mean something to me. Now to putting me back into the times of when. It's like I have to deal with the times of now. Right here, right now. Enjoy the holiday seasons with anybody and everybody that I can, because if I don't, it's not going to mean a damn thing, is it? I hurt, yeah, I hurt. I hurt a great deal. Ticks me off, but I hurt a great deal on this. What I'm trying to find right now. I just lost the idea. Oh, no, it wasn't. And there's no ABTNOs. Damn it. Hershey candy canes come out every year. They're flavor filled. They're colorful. They're not EBT. If I can get them through the EBT, man, that would be something, wouldn't it? I wanted something special for the holiday season. I wanted something that tells me that I can do this for myself. I'm looking at myself and thinking, I'm not worthy of this shit. But instead of thinking of selfish, I have to think of something more. What can I do for the next person if I can? What am I able to do? What can I do to help the next person out? What is it about this holiday season that's driving me nuts to a point where I'm having issues over this? I want. Yeah, I like to have the money to do the stuff I want, but kind of feel like Tiny Tim. Bob Cratchit works in the story of the Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Works for Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge, according to uh, Goofy and the Disney thing. Well, I wanted to do something from the musical Scrooge. Oh, I love that one. It was just sometimes in my youth, my younger days, even with the family around, we'd watch Scrooge. And sometimes I'd do something like that to my brother and my mother. Sometimes. Ebenezer Scrooge! I'll do this one with the old man version of it. Ebenezer Scrooge! And there goes the finger, doesn't it? Ebenezer Scrooge! The sins of man are huge. A never-ending symphony of villainy, of infamy, duplicity, deceit, and subterfuge. And no one's worse than Ebenezer Scrooge. Though man's a handy candidate for hell, I must admit, life has its brighter side as well. No, I'm not finishing the rest of it. But if you've seen the musical of Scrooge on streaming services, on YouTube, somewhere else, maybe even got the DVD to it. My brother and I would watch that constantly over our lifetime. Even during the days when we didn't have Christmas going, we'd watch it, even after Mom's death. It was like something we both shared. But it was still something of a family thing. It was still a family thing. I hadn't been getting into the Christmas stuff because of the connections of it all. It's important to my brother and Ma to have the holiday celebrated. I know they're past. They're still alive somewhere else. Just not here. And if they were here, would they possibly understand that for the last 10 years I've been driving myself crazy about trying not to celebrate Christmas, but tried to celebrate Christmas? And then losing David, just absolutely not celebrating Christmas. But forcing myself to celebrate Christmas because I was doing it in my family's name, in the memory of them. Would it have been considered an act of treason somewhere if I didn't celebrate this? I need to celebrate this. That's the thing. I need to have this celebrated. It's not just for them, because it still tears my heart apart because they're not here and I'm not celebrating a holiday with them. But I have to celebrate it because you're not here. I'm doing it in their memory, in their name. If Christ was here, would he be able to forgive me on this one? I mean, not celebrating Christ's birthday. Just it's almost the equivalent of not celebrating Ma's birthday or Dave's birthday. And Dave didn't want to celebrate his birthday all that much because he was reminded how older he was getting. We'd look at each other the last day and it's like, well, yeah, I know. Okay, I'm not saying it. Either am I. Let's just get on with it. Okay, that's what we did. We got on with it. Birthdays, we were like, we survived another year, so what? We're still alive. We're still dealing. Move on. It wasn't important enough to celebrate an anniversary of life. It was just considered there. We're dealing with a holiday situation that we celebrated with Ma like crazy. It was sacrilegious not to celebrate Christmas. It was hard enough not celebrating Mother's Day because if we did that, we wouldn't be living. I mean, we'd be living in hell throughout the year. And then Ma's birthday would come up, and we sure as hell had to celebrate it because if we didn't, we were not living it down. There was no way we were going to be living it down. None. So that's what happened. So here it is. I wanted to celebrate the holiday. Tried in increments. I even tried the holiday drink that Mom made a long time ago. She took apple cider, Martintelli's apple cider. She poured about 2 or 3 bottles of it in a saucepan. Actually, in a slow cooker. And then she threw in raisins. A lot of raisins. And several cinnamon sticks, and then a few cloves. Heated it up for a bit. Me, on the other hand, I also tried orange slices in the thing. What the hell? I tried to get a bit of an orange kick, and I did. Then I decided, okay, I'll throw in pineapple and orange juice in it. If I didn't have the orange juice, throw in Tang. Or throw in Gatorade. Orange flavored. Just a little bit of flavoring in it, not much. It'd still have the hint of orange in there, but it would also have the strong taste of apple in there. And then a bit of pineapple to offset it a bit. It was a drink. I still need to do that. I need to get that in the next shopping. I wanted to do that because I wanted to remember my family. True, it's my own tradition now. I'm trying to modify the whole family stuff. Because there are things in here that I can't do like I used to do a long time ago. I have to make do. And I feel like I'm apologizing to my mother on this one. I'm apologizing to her because I didn't have the things necessary to take care of what it should have been. And maybe I'd hold myself accountable to that. And maybe I'm a bit of a fool and idiot. I probably am. I'm trying to get back into the holiday season, even though they're not here. And the truth of the matter is the season is supposed to be for family, as well as individuals. It was not necessarily said that families are supposed to be celebrated against entirely. But it was demonstrated when you had a mother, and you had a father, and you had a kid. You had a father, you had a mother, and you had the kid, Jesus. Joseph, the father. Mary, the mother. Gee, who was the kid? We celebrated like crazy when we had a family all together, even when we didn't have anything. If we had the tree decorated, that was it. If we had the presents, that was gravy. Just having the tree up with the lights going on and the decorations on it. With a family being celebrated. It just made it, almost barely made it when Dave and I were still, mourning over Ma and she was already gone. With the family, with Ma alive, even if she was in the hospital bed, we tried to make it a enjoyable holiday. And it wasn't fair for Ma to celebrate a holiday without a Christmas tree, so one of the trees was with her. That's why the picture that I have above was the last Christmas tree she had. The time before, she was actually able to go into the living room and criticize the damn tree. But as she got more older and more feebler and more prone to ill and sicknesses, she had to stay in bed more and more. So I had to bring the tree and bring it into her. I had to keep it in her for a bit for her. Because it was important to me. It was important to me of having stuff like that around. Because I was trying to keep the positivity. I was trying to keep something there that would actually add either something to be snarled at or something to be hopeful that maybe it meant something to me. I hadn't put down the Christmas decorations I've had up for a long while. And I got to post this online. Because it still means something to me. That's the thing about a holiday season. Emphasis, what it means, what we want it to be, that we hold on to with our dear existence. How we celebrate, how we memorialize anything and everything that matters in it. traditions, physical attributes, the items. Everything matters. Even the music. Even the music. I'm trying to get the system. I'm trying to get the feeling of the holiday. I'm trying to get into what was lost. Because somewhere in my heart, I know my family would be celebrating with me. We've had hard times before. We've had hard times. Dave was always able to celebrate Christmas with us when he was serving. Christmas was the most important thing to all of us. It's not the packages. That's not the wrapping. It's not sending little gift cards. It was celebrating a holiday season with love. We could put up the the gaudiest tree ever, and it would still be beautiful to us. And yet, you know what always got to me? Decorating the monster. Oh God, we had this white monstrosity that we'd gotten in North Hollywood a long time ago. 9 footer. Damn, she was big. Monster trying to get out of a damn box, not to mention putting it back in. And every year dealing with a damn spider and spider webs. They're just dealing with that monster all the time. Very few branches broke. It was metal. And yeah, the paper things on it looked like leaves and stuff. But it's just strands. It's the gaudiest thing. And that was our Christmas tree. I missed that monster from hell. It was getting older and dingier in its later years. It became the gray tree, or the lightly tan tree. Lost its whiteness. We had to throw in a hell of a lot of decoration just to hide the tan look, but it was still there. And unfortunately, we got rid of it. To use to warn, we had it over 30 to 40 years of that monster from hell. But in my teenage years, Dave had decorated the tree and turned it over to me, and then I had to decorate the damn thing. Big monster. And I was getting tall enough to reach it anyway, at least for the top, and then had to put on the toppers. We used to have a homemade Christmas angel like Grandma had for a long while. Till I bought something from Macy's and I replaced her because she was getting old, frail, and worn out. I'm afraid. Some of the stuff we lost a long time ago. And it still hurts to this day. I know they're just things, but they're memories. They're memories. And every year when I think about this, it pisses me off even further because of the mistakes we've made, the things we lost and treasured. Sacrifices made for decisions. I had to live with that anger for a hell of a long while. I didn't bother telling David about it, but I wish to God I had. But it would really piss him off because I would blame him for all of it. And myself for following his damn shit. Because to me, the Christmas decorations were legacy. They were generational. They were family. It was like several years before we moved out from the San Fernando Valley. We got a green tree, put the thing up together, and I was actually a white tree actually, and it was still my job to put every decoration on there. Treated every decoration with kid gloves. I still have some of the pictures from long ago. I had made a holiday video of some of them. There's a lot of copyrighted music on her. At least a few songs. But the videos were important. Very important. I just need to find those videos again to get them reposted and reshared. Because I had a lot of those videos about how Christmas was back then. I didn't show us with merchandise. I didn't show us with stuff torn apart left and right. We didn't have cameras to do that kind of thing. If we did, if we actually had camera phones back then, take pictures, there would have been a lot of them. Or Polaroids would have been better. But it gets to me these days that I have the memories and I'm trying to share them and find the pictures and then hopefully to get them out again. I am reminded, I am feeling the anger and the sorrow and the memories of way back when. How they mattered. How they mattered back then. How we celebrated Christmas with love. Even despite the fact, well, we may have been broke and shit, but, we tried to make the holiday worthwhile. If we still had the holiday decorations, we were going to decorate and deal with the holiday as such. And I'm feeling to the point, and I'm thinking right now, that I got the Grinch getting to me, telling me not to celebrate this crap. And I'll regret the living crap out of it after that one because Mom and Dave will probably be upset with me. Maybe saddened. Maybe a bit angry. Because there'd be a hell of a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of crap trying to drop fire and hire at this point over here to just show it out, and I still have to find out. Yeah, I'm in pain. I miss all the memories, and I can't change the past. I can only deal with today. I can only handle tomorrow when it comes. I can't change yesterday. I can relive it, talk about it, go over it again and again, but it's not going to bring things back. It's not just the physical things, it's the memories, it's the people, it's everything else. And if I can try grabbing onto something positive about this season, something a little bit to make the joy blossom and share it with others, to be of service, to be of worth, to do something to tell people this is what matters. This is what matters to me. I don't have to be angry about it. I don't have to be frustrated about it. I'm celebrating it for my family. I'm celebrating it for my mother and my brother. I'm celebrating it for my dog and me. For those I lost and loved. For those who are still living. For those who are still around and may yet to become. I'm celebrating because it needs to be celebrated. Because it has to be celebrated. It's not just a voluntary tradition. It's mandatory. It's not just faith. It's not just about faith. It was something I was raised and brought up under, and it's become a permanence in me. Not to feel the joy, but try to share something of this holiday with people. If not a message, then of a tradition that matters to a person a great deal. And if it matters to that one particular person, so be it. And if it matters to other people, so be it. And if they happen to share the true nature of this holiday is to them, if it is that special, if it is that caring, if it is that loving, if it is that offers peace to others, why not? So I offer this long-ass sermon, my memories on this one. I may not have the music to follow up on it because I'll have to do the copywriting on this one. But suffice it to say, this is not the only video. There'll be more, hopefully. So for right now, just in case, happy holidays, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, and Happy Kwanzaa, what's coming up. But I'm also going to be saying Happy Hanukkah as well. Happy holidays.